Welcome on to today's Zoom guest speakers, millionaire team members, 7.5 on the way to press team, Alondra Valencia and RC St. Nicholas. Are you guys on?
Yes, I am definitely on. RC's on too.
All right, cool. Take it away.
All right, awesome, you guys. Welcome on this call. Not only that, you just really got to think about it. Like, it's such an honor to be on here, being Royal Team, being Tab Team, like you're leaders of your business. And I think we take it so lightly when we're World Team, right? But really, it's like the pivotal moment when you start building your business and start really realizing like what this is all about. Because the next level, of course, is active world teaming. We can't do that without a team, without having a consistent client base. So like Noelle said, my name is Alondra Valencia. I actually started as a VIP client, what we used to call a while back, 7 years ago. I wanted the discount. I wanted the results. I was over feeling sluggish. I was over sleeping in on my days off. And I was really at a place where I didn't want to just have fun, like going out and partying, right? That was like my highlight of my weekend. And I realized like I just really wanted more in my life. And through Herbalife, I was able to lose a total of 25 pounds within 3 to 4 months of me jumping on my program, being super consistent. I would say being like the best client, right? I didn't need to be coached. I just did what I wanted to do. And I really was like determined. But through that, you know, I really found this opportunity because I was really ready to become different. And my first client was actually my brother. He went through a lot as far as like weight gaining and all these different things. And for him, it's like seeing the change in him, seeing the fact that he was actually able to do the Herbalife triathlon twice when he would have never done it before, really ignited me to want to do this business, want to take it on, see the opportunity, see what Herbalife actually is able to do for so many people, right, all around the world, globally and locally. It turned into a business. You know, our C and I decided to do the business together. And through that, 7 years now, 2 years ago, we were able to open our actual facility, Go Hard Society. And we've been able to build this amazing group of individuals, of clients. And through that, I really wanted to share how we've been able to really change the dynamic of our business, where we were barely even hitting like get team cuts to obviously within the 2 years of us opening our nutrition club, being able to, achieve 7.5 and then now obviously going for president's team. And it's really in the structure of what we do and the team speaking all one language. So I'm going to get straight into it. I'm big into notes. So you guys have your pens, have your paper. If you guys have any questions, put it in the chat. So really where it all starts is I'm going to speak about 3 main things that we really focused on. And RC is going to speak about really like the next part, right? The flipping, the going through. And I'll jump into it. So really it's the main thing that we do is we invite. Just like we all talk about, right? We invite into what we do. And the main thing of how we get everyone is through 30-day challenges. And we flyer to invite people into our space. So really looking at like, are your flyers something that's attractive? Are they inviting to what you want to grow, right? Are you trying to grow distributors? Are you trying to grow PMs? Are you trying to grow income? What is it? And then through that, we also use face-to-face and social media. And our social media, some of us grow through that. And a lot of us is how we get like a lot of people inside of our nutrition club, because it's a place where we are able to really show what we do and really explain the type of coaching that we're able to provide. So through that, it's like, are you showing the constant value that you're able to give to people inside of what you do? What makes you so different? And but I would really like to focus on the way that we invite is through referrals. So once we get people inside our challenges or inside our hub, inside our, whether it's online or in person, we really allow us to really look through like who do they know? Like, who do you know that would like to lose weight? Who do you know that would like to join this challenge? So for example, we have this girl named Karina, right? She started as a challenger. We found her on social media. And, once she started jumping into the challenge, it was, all right, if you bring 3 friends and they actually get started into our challenge, we're going to give you a box of Liftoff. So now not only is she getting incentivized, is she getting a promotion, but she's also being able to sample a brand new product that's going to give her energy, right? And then the other one was like, okay, let's say you bring 5 people, we're going to give you like your favorite shake flavor. Now we're also helping her get results. And then through that, it's like, okay, if you bring 10 people, you're going to be able to pick your favorite product of choice, no matter what it is, even if it's Prolesa, right? Nightworks, whatever it is. And it's through us incentivizing them. And we're naturally starting to build people that are able to grab people inside of our hub. And through those clusters, right, we're able to build a healthy community, and we're able to expose people to what we do, why we're so different than 24-hour fitness or all those other gyms, right? And it's because of the community, number one. So really take a look at, like, whether you're online or in person, like, what does your community stand for? What does it stand for? Like, what are your values? What do you provide? And then for us, it's like the biggest thing is positivity and energy. From the moment you walk into our space, just the feel of the space is intentional. How we are is intentional. How we welcome them in is intentional, you know. And then the important part is, how are we exposing them to the products? Because that is the business. Beyond the challenges, beyond everything else, beyond the workouts, our business is product-based, is nutrition-based. So how are we exposing them to what we are able to provide for them? So by making amazing shakes, by being excited about them drinking their first, you know, like little lift-off shot, making it a whole ordeal the moment they walk into the space. So the biggest thing is energy. What energy are you providing for the people that are either around you on social media or in person? And how are you making them feel? The second thing is, once they jump into our space, right, we have workouts. So we recognize all first timers. So we do this thing is at the end of the workout, right, we bring up all the first timers up to the front of the room, and we give them a place where they're able to say their name. How do they feel? Were they going to throw up? Do they feel good? Do they want to come back? And we all cheer them on and root them on along the way. So now they feel like it's like the icebreaker is gone. Like they feel comfortable now. They've probably done the most uncomfortable thing already off bat. And now they can really call this place their home. So the likeliness of them converting into a client, the likeliness of them converting into a PM is going to be way higher, right? And then through that, when we do our post talk, we make it a point to always have people share their results and share what product they are really obsessed about that maybe allowed them to achieve that goal inside of that. So now we're getting people that are naturally talking about the business or talking about the products to all these, you know, maybes, right, that haven't yet converted into PMs, or maybe they're still retail clients. So it allows them to listen with a different ear when multiple people are sharing how they feel, the results that they've gotten, and, you know, how they've still stayed consistent inside of our space. And then the next thing that we really do, I would say, is we provide a lot of value, and we allow them to understand what we are as far as our culture. So as far as value, right, is, you know, we really take on the wellness evaluation part. We have these awesome scales that make noises, right? So we turn on the noise on our phones, like the ringer, and the scale automatically like does like this like whoop, like little drop, and it allows them to be like, wait, like what's going on? Like, is that a good sound? Is that a bad sound? And then it allows us to really talk about their health. Like, where are you at and where do you want to be? Not just weight loss, but like overall health in life. So through that, it allows them to listen with a different ear, right? They're more open to the opportunity of getting on a nutrition program. And then we really put out the opportunity for them, right? Retail, PM, what the difference is, what it provides, how many amazing things Herbalife does for our PMs that I don't know anyone else that does that, right? And then we really show them their savings. Savings over time is huge, and not just savings with this one-time purchase, is saving over, if you were to go out to eat, right? I think a lot often we kind of veer away from that. Like, how much is a typical meal in your typical day? $10, $15? What is it? Imagine investing that into your nutrition program. Not only will you be saving, but over time, you're going to achieve the results that you want. So saving and looking amazing, like, man, like what life, like that's amazing, right? And then it's perfect for the person that's always on the go. So anytime that we get those like questions like, well, I'm always on the go, I don't have time, and we always say perfect, then this nutrition program would be amazing for you. This is why it's going to work for you. So and not only that, like we use all the promos inside of what we do and Herbalife to add more value. Like Noelle just said, this amazing cute little heart clutch, right? That's something that they can keep for themselves or gift to somebody. Is we literally, sounds weird, like we piggyback on all the promotions. So let's say not only your nutrition program, you're going to get savings, you're going to get your results, you're going to be able to work out with us unlimited, right? But you're also going to be able to get all these other promotions. And it's just always, if you add one more item to your cart, this is what you're going to achieve. If you add one more item, you're going to achieve, you know, let's say a 35% discount or 30% discount on what on your goals, really, right? And savings. And then we value the fact that we use our Telegram threads as well. So we plug in everyone in our chats so everyone can stay consistent. We have different theme days. Everyone provides different value. We're not just posting like shake. You know, it's something that we started veering away from. We started posting more things like what this will provide for them. Like you're going to get excitement. You're going to get knowledge. You're going to talk about carbs. We're going to talk about sugar. We're going to talk about how to have a health, like what's a healthy plate look like, all those different things. And then as far as our culture, the big thing that we do as coaches is we make sure that we provide the same language. One voice, one unit, and allow all of us to be unique and different in that way. We do high recognition inside of the club. When someone walks in, we ring the bell, we shout them out. Everyone, especially if they're new or if they become a PM, we make it a very big ordeal. And then we sample along the way. And what I love is that when we hear someone else maybe struggling with something, we mention someone else inside the club always says, if you're struggling with getting protein, hey, by the way, I love, you know, Bev Mix. So now someone else is unintentionally like selling for you without having any attachments. So your client, your customer is going to be listening with a different ear because this person doesn't benefit from it at all, right? So as a team, right, we're all always supporting one another, helping one another, and really being there as a unit, providing the culture, providing the welcoming environment, and always having like the highest level of how we can support one another. So what I'm definitely going to do is go ahead and introduce RC, my partner in crime, right? He's Mr. Numbers, Mr. Flip, Mr. Just Get It Done. So he's going to go ahead and share his story, share how he started, and really show like, let's get to the next part, which is flipping. Like, how are we getting these people to flip, to be consistent, to love the community? How are we getting this high base of PMs beyond ourselves, but trickling down? Because that's the biggest thing that Noelle and corporate team has been helping us really see. So let's go ahead and introduce RC San Nicolas.
Yo, what up, everybody? Thank you, Alondra, for that breakdown. I'm taking notes as if we don't do that because you listen different when other people are speaking. Such an honor to be able to be represented for the so.
Am I the only one getting the slow
Hey
signal?
guys, I think we're having some technical difficulties. RC, it's a little tough to hear you. It's kind of breaking up, kind of a little choppy.
How about now? All right, how about now?
It sounds better.
Okay, cool. We'll stay right here.
Clear.
All right, cool. So Alo pretty much broke down. Well, first of all, my name is RC San Nicolas, 7.5 millionaire team member, been a part of Herbalife going on 8 years, May 1st. I initially came in for the business opportunity. I didn't really care for no results or products. Keon Owens, 20K Press Team is our sponsor. And I just asked him, how can I get involved with this to make some extra money? Just wanted to provide for my kid, create some type of freedom to get out of the job that I was in. So I ended up using the products by sharing it with people and gained 16 pounds of lean muscle. I dropped 13% body fat, 5 inches off my waist, and I felt amazing, right? And from there, I made $206 my first night. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna take this on and go ahead and take it as far as we can, right? So what I love about it is that we used to call this preferred member option VIP clients back in the day, right? And then once Herbalife launched the preferred member option, like we fell in love. And I believe it was back in 2017 at Future Prayers when they went over, and I was like, I got it, right? And Marquise always speaks about getting your 10 and 10, your 10 members a month, 10,000 volume points, you know, if that's what you're producing, but that's what he talked about. So I said, all right, let's come up with a flow that's going to be somewhat, you know, in relation to that about the 10, and then how we get to duplicate this into, hold on. All right, how we get to duplicate this into our business. So what Alondra broke down, that's basically the structure, the flow, the experience, and when people come into our nutrition club. But our main tool that we get to get people to find the value in it, you know, wanting to be a preferred member is the community, yes, but it's our tool that we use, which is the transformation challenges, right? We give so much energy around the transformation challenge and why they should become preferred members inside of that, because they get to save money throughout the time and get the same incentives throughout, right? So our challenges are 2 options, right? And the language is you come in, you can sign up for this option, which is 1. You know, you can become a preferred member, save some money, get on the products that you guys have heard, and get the results that, you know, you guys are hearing amongst everybody else, because the results is what sells everything, right? People are coming in for the experience and they're kind of skeptical. They're not knowing what's going on, you know, but once they start to hear all the results happen from everybody else, they're like, okay, let me give this thing a try, right? So mainly a lot of people come in just to try it out. They'll pay their upfront fee to get into the challenge. And that's like their sample. They can only do it one time, right? But throughout that time with our coaches, they get to convert them into becoming preferred members by, you know, having their follow-ups, right? So they'll say, how are you liking it? You know, what is a product that you heard? What's your favorite product sampling at the bar? You know, have you gotten any results yet? You know, and then they'll listen to their client and let them explain. They'll say, you know what, I actually like the energy boost, which is the lift off here, you know, and they'll say, you know, how can I get that? Right? And you have 2 options. You can either retail it to me, which we highly encourage and recommend, but you can also be a preferred member and save money throughout the time, right? So people love the word save. We all want to hear the word save. We all want to save some money, and that's what they want to do. So we introduce them to the preferred member option. If we can show you how to save 20 to 40% off, right, inside of our challenge by getting unlimited workouts, you know, you get the wellness evaluation, the 10-day check-in, and you get exposed to the exclusive promotions that not only do we have here, but what you have in Herbalife, right? So if you buy this program as a preferred member, you'll get this gift. So there's incentives inside of it where people are like, you know what, let me get that because it looks cool. And then the culture that's inside of the club is the conversation. So they're just like, well, let me just do it with you or do it with them because they built relationships. So the goal of the challenge is to get people great results and have them talking so high about their results inside of it, you know, especially the winners when they win the cash. But it's also to boost confidence with everyone that's around. So if you got more people in your challenge talking about how great the products are, how great the community is, how great the workouts are, how they won the challenge, they're going to more likely want to be a part of what they're doing, right? So there's 2 options. You can go to option of paying to get into the challenge, and there's the option of becoming a preferred member, right? And when you include that, they know no other option, right? So we say become a preferred member, get on your 120 plan, right? And that includes whatever program that is going to be designed for them, right? And that's the option they go with. So now you have a preferred member on their products to save some money, and then the next round, next month, they'll get the same incentive with the unlimited, but pay less, right? So when someone gets that experience, right, with the great follow-up, now they're having that conversation. You should be a preferred member. You save money. You get the same incentive. So everybody in the group inside the club is having that conversation instead of us having it by ourselves, right? So it's starting to hit people in the head and resonate as they leave. You know what? I'm just going to save some money, right? And what it does, it builds relationships to have common conversations. People are now working out together, so it's no longer on the coach that brought them in to have to, you know, show them the workouts all the time because they found their favorite person in the workout that they relate to. And then we just build through people, like Alondra said. We do a lot of promotions inside of it. So if someone comes in, we say, hey, you bring 3 people, you get a box of lift off. We tap into their favorite product. Or I may ask, what is your favorite product, right? And then they'll say Pro Lesser Duo. Perfect. I'm gonna run this challenge with you. Yeah, I want you to lose 10 pounds in 1 month, right? And then, of course, disclaimer, right? But we give them a challenge, 3 pounds, 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever their pounds are, and we challenge them to do it. And when they win inside of that, they're now having another conversation. So we do challenges within challenges, and you get to be a preferred member inside that in order to win. And plus, when the people go the other route of paying, they don't get the treatment, right? The wellness evaluation, 10-day check-in, promotions, and all that stuff. So it makes them want to convert. They ask the question, how can I get that experience? Well, you become a preferred member, right? You get on this package, this program, and then now you get the exclusive treatment, right? So that's how we've been able to do it. And we just calculated it to be 8 preferred members, 2 distributors, right? And this is what we teach in our business and how we get them and how we get the team to do it as well. So we figured if we get 8 preferred members to order 120 points to get into the program, right, they're going to accumulate about 960 points, and you multiply that by yourself and the 2 distributors you bring in. Now it's duplicating because they have a target, right? They have the experience, they have the structure, the culture, everything that Alondra broke down, but now it's like applying the action to go get their 8 preferred members, right? And then we run promotions around that, who can get the most preferred members in the organization, and we reward those people based on their actions inside it. So now everybody's going after 8 preferred members. And then if they get 3 people with themselves and the 2 distributors, they can accumulate, 2,800 volume points, 2,900 volume points. And now you're creating active supervisors inside of your organization by just recruiting people to come into a challenge, fall in love with the community, be a part of the culture, right? And having that common conversation amongst the group. And that's all we talk about. We promote that and recognize that heavy inside of our space. And we do random promotions. Got this from Noel. He ran our business, and we noticed that we had about 655 preferred members that we can attack and get at to produce some volume. So we figured if we got them all to do about 50 volume points, right? And we just ran a promotion for a tea and lift off. If you get this, you'll get that, right? If you order this by this day, you'll get this product, right? And they fall in love with the Rebuild, the BCAs, the Pro Lesser, right? Whatever you want to promote, and they go order it. So if you can get 650 people to order 50 points, right? That's 32,000 volume points to the organization. So we just figured, okay, let's tap into the clients and start focusing on them instead of just focusing on the volume. How can we get these people a major result and bring more excitement and value around how close they can promote themselves to get to now the silver and the gold membership, right? Because they want to save. It's about them, right? And we figured that if we having all these preferred members in our business, we need to find more incentives and promotions for them so they can stick around, right? So the challenges have been really key for us. We get a lot of people to come in. Once they're in the environment, the community, they really, really fall in love and flip easily. And it's all the language. And if you can't do it, if our coaches can't do it, then we'll do it, or someone else will do it for them, and they'll pick up the language from there. But the target is 8 preferred members and 2 distributors for us here as a group. And a lot of our team may not be local. They do this online, which Alondra talked about with the Telegram chats. They can do their online stuff too. So if you don't have a nutrition club, you can do this online and use that as your nutrition club model. But this is just what we do. And we've been able to convert so many people just based on that flow through our 30-day transformation challenges. And our registration starts every 15th to the end of the month. So people have 15 days to register people. And that's how we get this influx of people to come through as preferred members. So that's pretty much what we do as far as, getting people in the challenges from the 1st to the 30th every single month. Registrations from the 15th to the end of the month, and we may extend it just to get more people in. But it's really just a conversation that we have you know, put together and for everybody to speak the same language. And, you know, and we also speak this to the team. Like, if you want to build a wholesale check, just get a lot of preferred members to order, right? And our wholesale check, you know, you get 50 people, 60 people to order every single month. That person's pretty much going to accumulate 5K plus every single month, you know, and that's a nice wholesale check for that distributor who just wants to earn or get a easy 500 to 1,000 every single month, right? So that's what we encourage, is to get a lot of preferred members. And then, you know, we flip them into distributors when they're ready based on who they bring. And we just pay attention to all the clusters of people. I'm really big on building through people. I get one person, make them feel amazing, make them feel confident, start loving themselves, to where everybody sees their glow and they have to ask that person, how are they doing it? Bring those 3 people for the promotion, or 5 people or 10. And now I work through that cluster, because sometimes we find the person, the diamonds, and sometimes diamonds are brought to us. So that's how we work through that. And I just want to thank you guys for the time of us being able to share on here. And we're excited for 2020 to go ahead and, you know, break records here in Herbalife again. So thank you, corporate. Pass it back to Noel.